shouldn't do that. All right, I'm about to shave. There we go. See how this works out today. Hopefully everybody can see what's going on here nicely. And I had a couple of questions recently. Things gonna fall. I am so sorry about this. Let me get something to fix that. I'll edit out that part. Set this right there. That should ought to hold that just fine. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I can edit some of this stuff out, so that's nice. All right. First, welcome. Straight Razor Shave Saturday live. The mouthful, I know, but and it's Tuesday. Anyway, look at all that rough. I didn't shave Saturday. I was gone fishing. Some of you who follow my channel saw that I went to Alamo Lake. I got skunked. That's my follow-up on that. We saw thousands of fish on the graph, but couldn't get a single one to bite on a minnow or jig or anything. Couldn't even foul hook one, which you'd think it would have, because it looked like pea soup, thick down there with fish. Just constant stream across the sonograph there, but no, they weren't interested. I think they had a little little romance going on down there. They were kind of figuring out how they're all going to get together, because the temperature was at 68 degrees on Alamo Lake Saturday night. So I think they're just about ready to spawn, and I think they were just kind of getting in the mood for that. So that's why they weren't eating. Or it's because I'm the lousiest fisherman in the world. When I show up, they all leave. I'd like to think that's not true. All right, today I'm going to be using the Shiner Gold. I kind of like it, so I'm going to continue using it. It's a nice little puck in there. It comes in its tin. See that? Nice, creamy white looking. And get me a nice lather last time, so we'll go with that. I use an Art of Shaving Silver Tip Badger handmade brush. I like natural bristles. I haven't even tried synthetics. I don't know why you would, because Badger bristle is so nice. I really like it a lot. It's not my favorite. I have an old favorite that I stopped using because I dropped it so many times, cracked up the handle like crazy. At some point, I want to get a new handle made for that thing, and I'll start shaving with it again. It's a good 20 years old, maybe 30 even. But I like it that much better. It was not a terribly expensive one, but it has lasted a lot, and it's irreplaceable. The company that made it, well, I don't know who actually made it, but the company that marketed it and who sold it to me does not do men's shaving products any longer. Crabtree and Evelyn. Anybody knows where to get one, or at least a handle for one, let me know. Maybe one of you makes things like that. I would love a custom-made handle for my little Crabtree and Evelyn brush, which gives me the best lather I've ever had. I like it. I also like it because it's old. Kind of like me. So I had a question on my last shave. Somebody was asking about hand position and such, holding the razor, basically. The question being, is it easier to manipulate the blade with one hand all the way across your face, or to teach your left hand how to? It even feels weird to hold it. I don't even know if I'm holding it the right way when I put it in my left hand. So my initial thought on that is, and I'll show you how I worked out, because it is a little bit cumbersome or a little uncomfortable as you go and you shave with one hand all the way around, because you can't just reach anywhere you want the same way. Things change. Now, if I were shaving somebody else's face, which I don't do, because there is liability. When you start shaving your own face, you're going to nick and cut. I don't want to do that to somebody else who would trust me to do it. It's not a good idea for me. I don't have that kind of training. You learn on your own face, though. But if I were doing somebody else's face, I would hold the razor the same way and do the same strokes and adjust my body all the way around that face so that it would feel the same way all the way around. See, even as I'm trying to talk about going around the other side, see, I got my elbow twisted and everything. You don't really do that, and you wouldn't do that if you're shaving somebody else's face. You have the ideal situation where you can position yourself as you wish. So I always start with the easiest stroke. That's this right here. This is my hand, most naturally. This is how you reach up to touch your face, like so, with a razor in it. And there it is. And I take those long strokes right there. It's basically 2 strokes that I do to get that first cheek done. And I come around the other side, and what I do, I have to twist my hand the other way, and I hold my razor a little more fingertip sort of way, right? A little, it seems to be out there just a little bit more. And I make the same strokes on that side. Then I come along and I get these 2 bits, these arcs here that are left. Those are all the easy strokes right there. As far as just as easy as you can do. Getting around the chin is a little more difficult because your chin is rounded, kind of pointy. It's not as big and flat as your cheeks are. Get your mustache out of the way. And I hope you do have a mustache. How else are you going to look like a cowboy without a mustache? I don't know. I really don't know if you're seeing me when I get up close like when I get up here like this, but I'm using the mirror from my medicine cabinet over here. Maybe I'll just stand back a little bit in this. That way you can see what I'm doing. So I got that under that part of the mustache. I can come the other side. Poke my tongue out just a little bit so that, not to make it pointy or anything like that, but to give it a little bit of a firmer bit of resistance to push against with the razor. Now I'll get under my mouth here, that lip there. These are very short strokes and they are very detailed strokes. They're important. I still kind of wonder which way I want to go, but really, I want to go straight down. Sometimes I end up leaving a couple of hairs right there, and they'll bug me all day until I chew them off. I really do. I just kind of hold on, and yank them out. But when I'm paying attention, I'll get up in there and really get right to the lip and get those few little hairs that stand out. Then when I want to poke straight out and they want to miss the razor, so I go a couple times across like so, and then get the rest of the chin across here. I had a death in the family a couple weeks ago. It was on a Friday. Over in the Netherlands, my little sister-in-law died, and she'd had a battle with cancer for some time. So God bless, and I'm glad she's no longer suffering. But she does leave behind my little brother and their 2 kids, 12 and 13 years old. The son is 12, the daughter's 13. And my heart really feels for them. I just wanted to make a quick note about that, kind of put it out there. We need to be kind to one another nowadays. We're all going through different things, and it saddens me that people have to go through such a horrible, harrowing experience as cancer. The only thing it does is it does leave you ready to say goodbye, because you don't want to see somebody suffer any longer. And it does sadden me that they're having to now put together their family and put together their lives with a big gaping hole there. So this is where things get more tricky. Sorry about that. It just came to my mind, and these are things I think about when I'm shaving, and you happen to be here watching, so I'm sharing with you. This is the area where it's more difficult because I can't shave this way. That's where I had to teach my right hand to hold the razor a different way, like so, and to come down like so. Coming across here, like so, this is a very natural stroke. This is very easy to do. I start at the middle. I don't know why, but that's where I start, and I go ahead and go across this way. Again, the easiest strokes, and then the harder strokes coming across there. Watch. I get whatever I've left on the chin there. There's a few little short strokes there to get rid of those, and then I can do my long strokes coming down. Now, because the jawline to the throat is a bit of a curve, I just scoop It's kind of a scooping motion. Hope that helps. I know a lot of you who watch are new shavers with using a fine steel like this. So I'm trying to show you and slow things down a little bit to show you. I would have been done with the shave a long time ago already, but I want to be able to show you the things that I do along the way so that you could learn from me. Now, this is the most, or maybe the second most uncomfortable position as I shave across here, this part of the face, because I'm having to turn it around this way. And I don't think I would ever shave anybody else. If I were out there reaching to somebody else, it wouldn't be up here close like this. This is a strange sort of a way to hold a razor and to try and manipulate things. I'd be out there, arm distance, where I could, if I were shaving somebody else this way. So doing it up here is a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit strange at first. I'm very used to it now. So let me go ahead and do these 3-4 strokes across here and show you how that goes. Again, the chin. Jawline. That's what that meant. I think you knew that. Okay. Problem is I'm dry now. I've been talking too long. I'm going to re-wet this side so I can get a wet shave going again. Last week we had a good question about nicks that I dealt with, and I appreciated people asking me things like that. I hope that what I came up with was helpful. I've obviously left some things behind there. I don't worry about it too much when I'm going my first shave, especially when it's a week-old shave. It's been a week since I've shaved. I got some longer hairs. So some of them are just going to be left behind, and that's okay because I will do the second pass going the opposite direction, which gives lots of opportunity for those hairs to give it up. Come on out. So there's also some awkwardness going the other way, which I'll show you. Now sometimes I do like basically the reverse of everything that oh goodness, that's scary. I do, I'll just do it with this hand. It looks like I was trying to slice myself. So I'll kind of do the opposite sometimes, where the last stroke I just did was over here coming down. I'll do the first stroke going up from there and kind of work back around. I don't know why. It's just the way I do it. Nice long strokes though, with even pressure. And that's the thing to keep in mind. Again, or maybe not again, I don't know if I've ever talked about this. The position of the blade on your skin is basically mostly flat. You can't get it too flat. If you go this way, you're just asking for trouble. Don't do that. Lay it down against the skin so that you've got all of this across here to support the skin, to support the razor itself, to support that blade, that end there that is the sharp end, the business end of that thing. You want to get that to where it's just all kind of plowing it off. Might be a way to describe it. This is where, remember how this was an awkward way of getting across there? It's the opposite coming across this way. There, I did that gesture again. It's the opposite coming across to this side, because if I were shaving somebody's face upward, I would do it out here. But here, I have to pull my elbow all the way up here in order to get this last bit. But I found that is much better than trying to figure out some other way to hold this razor. I couldn't do it. So I just discovered that I can just go ahead and articulate around, turn my head, and I can get that last little bit there. Maybe it's not the best bit, but I don't look at my face all day. Somebody else has to. See how that last one went? Just like so. Just like that. And I find that gives me a good range of mobility across there. Now, again, I kind of come to this side and I work my way across. There's that gesture again. Not really doing anything with my skin here. I think some people try to stretch it taut, but it's just kind of a place to rest my hand and kind of give me an idea what I'm doing. Here's that awkwardness again with the elbow straight up, straight out as far as I can go, but this is what works. The thing is, if you train your hands and arms to do this, it's not going to be terribly difficult. Now for the chin, you got to do across. You really can't get up and over safely going upward, I don't think. Just get as much of that as you can when you're doing that. Come across that way. And I do stretch it a little bit here. Probably not even necessary at all. Looks like I got myself a little bit. I'm talking too much. Not paying attention too well. Yeah, I can't, I really need to flatten this out just a little bit. Going for those last little bits of strays there. Come on, little doggy. Get up, little doggy. Looking for them stray cows on my underlip right there. That's pretty stinking smooth. Now, if I were going out, let's say I'm taking the missus out to the opera. Not something I do very often. But if I were, and I really wanted to be super, super smooth, I would probably take one more. I'll show you. I'll show you what I would do. Let me just do this. And pretend I'm going out to the opera tonight. Because this area here, you come up to it, you come down to it, you're going back and forth, but you never really concentrate on that line of your jaw right there. Let me show you how to take care of that. Here you go. Just like so. Or opposite. You can still hear it, so you know there was something there. But it's pretty stinking smooth now. There you go. Now that's about as smooth as you can get. Let me rinse. See how pretty I am. All right. I don't have my glasses on, so I tell you, I gotta make up the parts I can't really make out. I look beautiful. Nah, not really. Same old face. Oh well. Hey, thanks for joining me. How many do we have? We ended up with 4 people watching. Well, thank you so much. That's really kind. Appreciate you sticking around. I'm going to transition into throwing on a shirt and a tie here because it's Bow Tie Tuesday. And if you want to learn how to tie a bow tie, I'll slow it down for a moment. It'll be a quick video, but I'll do it here in just a moment. You take care. Thanks for being here. Let's figure out how to turn this thing off again. All right, there we go.